Hi, in today's Free Tip Friday video, I wanted to talk with you all about something that I think is not a very well-known thing and may even be specific to the nutrition school I went to. So what I want to talk to you about is our primary and secondary foods. Now, I'm a graduate of the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and the man who started the school, his name is Joshua Rosenthal, and one of his theories that he's come up with since he's worked with thousands of people over several years is that we actually have primary and secondary foods. And our primary foods are our relationships, our career, our physical activity, and our spirituality. And then our secondary foods are the ones that we actually eat and drink. And so one of the things that I wanted to kind of tell you about, our lives are so complicated, but I thought I would give you a little tip on how you can start improving those things and actually making your foods that you eat more beneficial to your body. So it's important to have balance and health in our primary foods in order to get the most benefit from the foods that we eat. Now, we can eat all the broccoli in the world, but it's not really going to do us any physical good if we spend most of our time being really stressed out. And if we're in toxic relationships, which causes stress. And so most people carry around a lot of unprocessed pain and unfounded fears. And so we've got to learn how to face those things and to deal with them in order to let them go and get all of that toxic stuff out of our lives so that our lives can be more balanced and we can be happier and more joyful and enjoy our lives a lot more. And so I wanted to share a couple things out of one of the books I got from school. It's from my food journal, actually. And one of the things that Joshua Rosenthal says in here is that spiritual practice, a desired career, regular physical activity, and healthy relationships fill your soul and satisfy your hunger for living. And when primary food is balanced and fulfilling, the fun, excitement, and passion of your daily life feed you, making what you eat secondary. And then one of the quotes in my book says that this approach, the primary foods and secondary food approach, is not about acquiring more self-discipline or willpower. It's about personally discovering what nourishes you, what feeds you, and ultimately what makes your life extraordinary. And so in later videos, I'm going to talk more about that. But one of the tools that we were given in our school to help us find where we are out of balance in our primary foods was this circle of life chart. And so I'm going to put this photo in the comments below. But one of the things that we had to do when I was in school is actually go through this circle of life. On this wheel, there's things like creativity, finances, career, education, health, physical activity, home cooking, etc. And so we had to put a dot on these lines. So the center would be like if we felt like we needed a lot of improvement in that area, we would put our dot closer to the center. And if we felt like we were doing pretty good in that area, then we would put our dot closer to the outside. And then once we went around the wheel, putting our dot wherever we felt we landed on a scale from like 1 to 10, then we would connect those dots to see which areas were out of balance and needed more work. So when I filled that out in 2014, this is the kind of shape that I got when I connected all my dots. And that is not a circle. So my life at that point was actually pretty unbalanced. And so a balanced life would look more like, like this. You know, that would be perfectly balanced, which if you can achieve that, holy smokes. So anyway, I thought I would share that little chart below, and if you want to take an action step to kind of see where you are in your primary foods, then you can take that photo and print it out, or most smartphones these days, you can use your finger and draw on there. You can put your dots or whatever, and you can kind of see if your life is pretty balanced or if it's not. And then in later videos, I want to share different ways that you can help yourself in those different areas, and also with your secondary food which is what you eat, maybe some stuff related to stress and whatnot. So anyway, that's the free tip for today, is find the balance in your life and you'll improve a lot of different things. So I will see you in the next video. Have a great weekend.